Hi, welcome to the iSTAND team. We're the integrative STEM team advancing networks of diversity, iSTAND, and it's Science Literacy Week. So we're here almost in your classrooms. We wish it was real, but it's virtual, to share a little bit with you the 5 senses. And helping me do this today, you're going to meet...
Hi, I'm Corey.
Hi, I'm Maxine.
I'm Eli.
And behind us we have Owen, who's going to be playing with us a little bit today in our demonstrations, as actively as he might be able to.
So you might be wondering what STEM is. Well, it stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. So we're going to talk about what biodiversity means in Canada. We're going to explore the 5 senses and look at a whole bunch of different organisms. Yay! Let's break down what biodiversity means. Bio stands for biological or living organisms, and diversity means uniqueness. So before we can review some of the differences between animals in Canada, like for instance, what are the differences between the senses of a cougar and a salmon, we need to look at what the nervous system is. So let's talk about your nervous system. You have a central nervous system and a peripheral nervous system. Your central nervous system is made up of your brain and your spinal cord. And your peripheral nervous system is all the nerves throughout your entire body that don't include your spinal cord or your brain. Take Owen, for example. All the nerves would be coming out of his spinal cord this way and down his legs, into his arms as well. What is a nerve? These are your nerves. They come out of your spinal cord, just like we described with Owen. And this is a nerve cell. So nerve cells make up the nerves. There's a whole bunch of nerve cells that make up one nerve, like a bundle of sticks. Let's take a look at your nerve cell. So your nerve cell has dendrites that receive stimulus. Action potential is generated here at the axon hillock, and then it travels all the way down your axon, all the way to the axon terminal, and then it's either transmitted to another nerve cell or a muscle, for instance, to make you move. So if you have a stimulus, say from like a touch on the skin, then a receptor is going to receive that stimulus and send a signal to your nerve cell. Your nerve cell will then generate an electrical message that's going to travel down its axon and then all the way back through the spinal cord up into your brain.
So like Corey said, every animal uses nerve cells to send signals around their body, and that's how they're able to sense their environment. And then that's also how your brain is able to move your muscles, by sending a signal from your brain down to your muscles. If we think about all the different types of animals that there are in the world, and in Canada especially, there's all different types of bodies, which means that we need all different types of nervous systems. If you look at a bear's nervous system compared to a grasshopper is going to have a lot simpler of a plan, because they just have a little small body compared to a bear's big giant body. So the really cool thing about nerve cells is that when they send signals to one another, they never actually touch. So what happens is the end of one nerve cell is connected right up against the end of another, and then when they want to send a signal, they will just send a little chemical message across a gap. So they're basically shooting their message towards the next neuron, and then that neuron sends an electrical signal down to the end of its axon, which will then send a chemical message on to the next neuron. So what we're going to do now is a little classroom activity for you guys to get a better sense of how neurons actually are able to send signals across these little spaces. What we're going to use is these plastic cups, and these plastic cups will have beads in them, and we are going to do a nice COVID-friendly demonstration of the nervous system's signal transduction. And then Corey and Maxine are going to join me here in just a second. So if I'm going to start the signal, I am going to send my chemical messages, which are these little beads that we see in this cup, and I'm just going to pour them into Corey's cup. And when Corey gets her message, she's going to send the message along to Maxine. So when you guys get a nice big line from all the kids in your class, you're going to have a really long signal going all around your room.